Hey Canucks fans, in a bit of a surprising move, the team has dealt forward Adam Gaudette, the Chicago Blackhawks, for Matthew Highmore. Let's break it down. I'm Clay, emo at Matt Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, April the 12th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, nucksfan number 29, and Lucas Gates. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video description. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, simply press the join button underneath this or any of my videos, or click on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Okay, we weren't expecting. Oh, by the way, before I get into this, don't forget, join ParkersPucks and me tonight, 10 p.m. on YouTube for the debut of our weekly show called Canucks After Dark. Again, 10 p.m. tonight on YouTube, and I'll put a link in the description. All right, we were expecting a bit of a quiet trade deadline for the Vancouver Canucks. Not a lot of assets to move, not a lot to play for considering they're coming back from a COVID outbreak. And even Jim Benning said as much on Friday when he said, whether he used the term human, the human element or compassion, just didn't see a lot of movement while the Canucks were trying to come out of this COVID outbreak. Then we saw the waiver wire this morning, and both Victor Mete and Sami Vatanen went to other teams, Mete to Ottawa, Vatanen to Dallas. So then we thought, okay, maybe the Canucks aren't going to be that active. But then this trade kind of came out of nowhere. Adam Gaudette traded to the Chicago Blackhawks for Matthew Highmore. So let's talk about Matthew Highmore first. He is 25 years old, born in 96, so he's the exact same age as Adam Gaudette. He was undrafted, and he's a left shot center. Born in Halifax, Nova Scotia, so he's a Maritimes boy, and he's listed at 5'11", 188 pounds. So shorter, but bulkier, sturdier than Gaudette, but almost everyone's sturdier than Gaudette given the issues he's talked about having to put on weight. Now, like many NHLers, Highmore was really good in junior hockey. In the Quebec League, actually, I'm looking at some of he had 50 points in 68 games, 24 points in 62, and then his last two seasons with the St. John Sea Dogs, he did really well, 75 points in 65 games, and then he broke out even more with an 89-point season in 64 games, and that was 5 years ago in 2016, 2017. Then undrafted, like I said, but got picked up by the Chicago Blackhawks. Then in 2017, 2018, mostly with the Rockford Ice Hogs of the AHL, played 13 games with the Blackhawks, got 2 points. 18-19, I don't know if he had an injury or something, but he only played 12 games with the Ice Hogs, didn't play in the NHL. 2019-20, 21 games with the Ice Hogs, but 36 games with the Blackhawks, 6 points there. And then this season, 24 games, 2 points with the Blackhawks. So all told, in his career, Matthew Highmore has 10 points in 73 pro games, all with the Chicago Blackhawks, all spanning over the last 4 seasons. Remember, there's one season in there, 2018-19, where he didn't play with the Blackhawks. It looks like he got injured. So 10 points in 73 games, 4 goals, 6 assists, minus 10, 12 penalty minutes. So in those 73 games, not a lot of power play time, not a lot of penalty kill time. A typical, it looks like given his time on ice and his stats, that he's a fourth line center. Not so good in the faceoff dot. Like I see 20%, 25%, and 0%. So maybe he was playing as a winger. I'm not sure, and admittedly, I did not look it up before I press record. But yes, he is a center. So Matthew Highmore. I'm just going to look up his cap situation right now as I'm doing this. Matthew Highmore, cap friendly, and then we will talk about Adam Gaudette. So Matthew Highmore is. Oh, okay. So he signed for 1 more year at only $725,000. So and then he'll be an RFA at the end of that. So again, he's in the first of a 2-year contract worth $725,000 AAV. Now you contrast that, of course, to Adam Gaudette, who's making a bit more than that. We know that he just signed his new deal last summer, and Gaudette is actually not that much more. Gaudette's making $950,000, and he's an RFA after this season. It was just a 1-year deal for $950,000. So the Canucks are saving a bit of money on that, but I don't think that's the biggest issue right now. So let's talk about Adam Gaudette. Adam Gaudette, same age, born in 1996, so he's turning 25 later this year. And we know that he was a 5th round draft pick for the Canucks in 2015, picked 149th overall. So, that's not bad to get, mining a player from the 5th round of a draft. That is pretty good. Now, he's played 4 complete seasons with the Canucks, 2017-18, 18-19, 19-20, and 2021. And in 153 games, so double the games that Highmore has, Gaudette has 52 points. So 52 points in 153 games, basically 0.33, a point every 3 games. Now, last season was a bit of a breakout season for Gaudette, and he had 33 points in 59 games. And that is, more than half a point per game. And I think people were really excited to see what he could do in a 3rd line regular position this season. But for whatever reason, he did not have a good season this year. COVID notwithstanding, right? He had played 33 games with the Canucks, only had 7 points, 4 points, and 3 goals, and was a minus 13. Now, you don't want to get too much in the minuses because plus minus isn't always the best stat. And a lot of the Canucks had minuses this year, but that still it's not great. And Gaudette is more of an offensive guy than defensive guy, right? He shows some, he has some offensive creativity and ability. He's a decent skater. Like he works really hard. I'll get to that in a second. And he's got a good shot. He's got a good release, especially his snap shot. So, and he has a nose for the net, even though he only had 4 goals this season in those 33 games. So offensively, he was pretty good. He had good offensive instincts. It was the other parts of his game that weren't great. He wasn't the best in the face-off circle, and as a center, you kind of need that. He wasn't the best defensively. In fact, a lot of times near the end of the games, he would be one of the 3 forwards stapled on the bench for the Canucks in crunch time. And and he skates hard, not necessarily fast, but he's pretty fast. But he skates hard, and it's always looking like he's working hard, which is good. Which is good. But then on the flip side, there's got to be an efficiency. He didn't have a lot of efficiency to his movements. It just seemed like kind of like me when I play roller hockey. He kind of skated around a little bit. Definitely was trying hard, but not sure of his effectiveness. And we definitely saw that this season, again, with only 7 points in 33 games. Now, his ice time was all over the place. A lot of times it was only in the 10, 11, 12 minute range. A couple games he got up to 14 minutes, and other games he had as low as 8 or 9 minutes. So mostly 10, 11, 12 minutes playing on the 3rd line, mostly seeing a bit of power play 2 time. But yeah, that was Adam Gaudette's season. So overall, he's likable, popular on social media with his Twitch streams and everything. I don't worry that the fact that it sounds like he was the first one to contract COVID. That has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't taint my opinion of him at all. I think it was just more that the Canucks, not ran out of patience. That seems a little strong, but it looks like Gaudette. We've seen what we needed to see from Adam Gaudette, basically. And in trading him for Matthew Highmore, you get a guy who's a bit cheaper, but he's under contract for 1 more season, and maybe Highmore fights for a 4th line position on our team next year. So I'm sure we'll break this down a little bit more. We'll break it down with Parker tonight on Canucks After Dark. But Canucks fans, let me know what you think of this trade. Adam Gaudette for Matthew Highmore of the Chicago Blackhawks. Leave a comment below. I will read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. See you tonight, Canucks After Dark, 10 p.m. God bless, and go Canucks go.